What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all had a very good day today. Before I get this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you enjoy this type of content coming on my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. As always, check out my last video that I did on the Portland Trail Blazers and them need to trade Damian Lillard and just go on a full-on rebuild. And with all that being said, let's get right to the topic of this video. So as you see from the title of this video and the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about Kendrick Perkins today and his dumbass takes that he has had. This man Kendrick Perkins might be the worst NBA sports analyst I have ever heard. He's already worse than Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, both Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless, Nick Wright to an extent. He might even top fucking Ryan Hollins. And we all know how bad that nigga was. And if he keeps going on like this, he might actually top the one and only Paul Pierce. This man Kendrick Perkins has said some wild ass shit from these last couple of days. But the reason I'm making this video is because he has said 3 things that was blatantly just fucking wrong or just dumb to say. The first one being after game 3 between the Bucks and the Hawks, and Chris Middleton went off during that game, especially in the fourth quarter where he scored like 15-16 points, pretty much carried them to a win. No one really said anything outlandish or just dumb after that game. But this man Kendrick Perkins, bro, he need to be an attention whore and just say some dumbass shit. This man said that Chris Middleton is the Batman for the Bucks and that Giannis was the Robin. Chris Middleton is the Batman while Giannis is a Robin. Let me just say this. Chris Middleton is a great player, do not get me wrong. But to say that this nigga is the Batman, and this nigga had like around 16 points in the fourth quarter in game 3. He scored as many points as he did in both of the first 2 games as the Eastern Conference Finals. This man scored 15 and 16 points in the first 2 games. And this man just happened to just score that many points in the fourth quarter. So that shows that this man Chris Middleton is the exact definition of inconsistent. Also, as I'm recording this video, it's a day after game 4 between the Bucks and the Hawks where Chris Middleton was just flat out shit. The entire team was shit, but he was not hitting anything at all. And after Giannis went down with that knee injury, hopefully it's not as bad as it looked. He didn't step up to the plate at all. And to make it even worse, this man Kendrick Perkins went on TV again and he said that Chris Middleton needed to step up, and people was on his ass in the comment section. How does Chris Middleton need to step up when he's the Batman, right? So this man just flip-flops with his takes. I'll address that shit later. But on the other hand, saying that Giannis is a Robin when this man's a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, multiple All-Star appearances, multiple All-NBA first team selections, and this man's a Robin. So that's just the first take of his that I want to address. The second one was about Trae Young and Luka Doncic. The question was, who would you rather have as a franchise player to build around between Trae Young and Luka Doncic? Says, you know, the draft day trade. In classic ass Kendrick Perkins, he picked Trae Young over Luka Doncic, which is, no, I'm not trying to bash him on that. You can say that even though it's hella recency bias. The one thing I have a problem with is he later on to explain that he said that like people want to play with Trae Young, but he can't say the same thing about Luka since, you know, all this shit with Dallas. He basically implied that either Trae Young is a better player than Luka or Trae Young is a better teammate than Luka. If this man's trying to say that Trae Young is better than Luka Doncic, listen, I love Trae Young. I've made multiple videos about him not getting the respect that he deserves. I love this man, but you cannot deny that this man Luka is just something else. And if he's trying to say that Trae Young is a better teammate than Luka, Kendrick Perkins is trying to say that Trae Young is a better team player than Luka, since obviously Trae Young plays through the flow of the offense more than Luka. He gives up the ball to his other guys than what Luka does. While this is somewhat true, I think he's forgetting that Trae Young has a way better roster built around him than Luka. Trae Young has guys like Bogdan Bogdanovic and Kevin Hurd as shooters. He has guys like John Collins and Clint Capella to throw lobs to, and has a guy like Lou Will, who is a great backup point guard for him when he's out of the game. While in Luka's case, he literally has Tim Hardaway Jr. He's a good player, but he's very streaky. He can either be hot or cold. He has Kristaps Porzingis, who's literally a 7'3" shooting guard, doesn't utilize his height at all, and he doesn't have a guy who's willing to put up quality minutes when he's out of the game. We saw it when they played the Clippers. When Luka was in the game, they were good. The Mavs were good. They were beating the Clippers. When the second one, this man Luka went on the fucking bench, the Mavericks were ass. They were horrible, and the Clippers took advantage of that. Literally, Luka is the entire offense. I guarantee you, if Luka had a roster like Trae Young has, I guarantee you they'd be in the Western Conference Finals. Then the last dumbass take that Kendrick Perkins has that I want to talk about was his flip-flopping with Paul George. He flip-flops so much when he talks about Paul George. One day he says that Paul George and Kawhi are in the same category as a superstar. Another day this man just says playoff P, pandemic P, all this dumbass shit. Like when Paul George missed those 2 critical free throws in game 2 where he would pretty much put a dagger for the win. This man Kendrick Perkins was hella making fun of Paul George. He was just talking way too much shit. But after game 3 and game 5 where Paul George played really well and the Clippers won, this man Kendrick Perkins flip-flopped his fucking take. Sorry to give praise to Paul George, said that he had one of the best playoff performances in his entire career. I mean, this man Kendrick Perkins cannot make up his fucking mind. So yeah, that's pretty much that's it for the video. Kendrick Perkins is a fucking clown. He's a dumbass. He has the most dumbest takes I think I've ever heard. So yeah, hope y'all enjoy this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. And with all that being said, hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'm out. Peace out, y'all.